Hi, I'm Old Norse specialist Dr. Jackson Crawford. One of the most famous aspects of Norse mythology is that the gods do in fact go extinct. Over the past 4 videos in my series of readings from Våluspá, we've covered the creation of the world as well as some of the greatest mythic events of the Norse cosmos, such as the death of Balder, and now having seen the first signs of Ragnarok in the worlds of men and of giants and of the underworld, we hear of what happens in the world of the gods, Oskardr, and of the fall of the gods, and eventually of the rebirth of the world afterwards. Keep in mind a few things that I've pointed out here and there, but that I will mention now at the beginning of this final video in the series as well. I am using reconstructed Old Norse pronunciation rather than modern Icelandic. The runes used here do not represent what the original manuscript has written in it, since the original manuscript is written in the Roman alphabet, but represent my own interpretation of the Old Norse text into Younger Futhark, the runes used for writing Old Norse. Also, I am reading through the Codex Regius version of Våluspá. This is the oldest manuscript that contains Våluspá, and thus I believe the most genuine, archaic version of that poem. I don't trust the extra stanzas in Hauksbók to be as authentic, but I will also have an additional video about the extra stanzas from Hauksbók later. So we begin with stanza 45, and this is one of the 9th stanzas, so as my tradition goes, I'll read it through word by word as well. Leika mím sinir en mjótuður kundisk at inu galla gjallar horni. Hot blæs heimdalar, horn o lotti, mælir Óðinn við míms höfuð. So word by word that would go, play memes, possessive sons, but fate is kindled, kundisk, at the loud gjallarhorn, yeller horn. High blows Heimdallr, horn is in air, speaks Óðinn with Mím's head. So Mím's sons, these particular individuals are not named anywhere, but these are presumably some kind of giants. They play, and fate is kindled, mjótuður kundisk. I like this word mjótuður for fate because it is from the same root as meta, to measure, to mete out. And of course in Beowulf you see this is a common word for fate, metad. At the loud gjallarhorni. This adjective gala here, of course, that's neuter dative singular weak, so we would look up galar in the dictionary. I don't believe this occurs elsewhere in Old Norse, but it is probably loud based on Swedish galskrika, which means to scream loud. And of course gjallarhorni, yeller horn, that is the horn of Heimdallr. Heimdallr blows high, hot, that's literally high, but of course in Old Norse you can mean something's literally high up in the air, or it can mean loud, just like you would say high volume in English. The horn, gjallarhorn, is in the air, and Óðinn speaks with Mím's head. Now, of course, Óðinn has the head of Mimir pickled to tell him Mimir's wisdom. He's called Mimir in Ynglinga Saga, where we get that story, but in this text in Våluspá he's called Mimr, so genitive Míms rather than Mimus, which we would expect from Mimir. 46. Umr it aldna trä en jotun losnar, skelfur Yggdrasils askar standandi. The aged tree, it aldna trä, groans, Umr, and a giant is loosened, losnar, is freed. This might refer to Loki or perhaps his son Fenrir becoming loose from their imprisonments. Yggdrasils askr, ash tree of Yggdrasil, shakes, skelver, standing. So it shakes, but it still stands. Notice that Yggdrasil, which is an ash tree, is often referred to as Yggdrasils askr, ash tree of Yggdrasil, just as Fenrir, who is a wolf, is often referred to as Fenris Ulfr, wolf of Fenrir. Stanza 47, repeats stanza 43, so I'll read it in Old Norse for full effect, but I won't repeat the translation here. Refer to the previous video with stanza 43. Goer nu garmer mjok hur gnipa helli, fester moon slitna en frekki renna, fjold vet hon fröda fram seg lengra, Ragnarok rom sigtiva. Stanza 48. Frumr, ekkur austan hevisk lind fyr, snusk jormungander I jotunmóði. Ormur knur unir en ari hlakkar, slítar nói neffuller, nagelfar losnar. Frumr, probably a giant, drives from the east. He heaves before himself, heavier fyrir sig, a shield. Jormungander, of course, the great monster, Midgard's Ormur, the Midgard serpent, turns itself, snur sig, snusk, in a jotunmóður, a giant mood, giant rage. This is often used of evil creatures when they go into some kind of rage, although Thor also goes into an equivalent, osmóður, god rage or god mood. Ormur, worm, serpent, of course referring back to Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent. That serpent beats waves, knir unir, and an eagle, Ari, hlakkar, looks forward to, or of eagles shrieks. Either way makes sense. Of course, the eagle is going to be looking forward to a dinner of corpses, or perhaps shrieking in anticipation. Neffolr, sliter, noi. Now, neffolr, that means nose, pale, that of course refers to the beak of the eagle, which is yellow or pale. So the pale-beaked eagle breaks, sliter, corpses, noi. It's accused of plural of nor, corpse. Nagelfar, loosens, is freed. So of course Nagelfar means nail ship. Snorri in the prose edda tells us that that means fingernail ship, although there is nothing in the poetic edda to imply that it necessarily is made of fingernails rather than just that this refers to its construction out of nails, like a ship would be constructed out of. Stanza 49. Kjol fer austan, koma munu muspels log lyðir, en loki styrir, fara fífls megir með frekka allir, þeim bróðir bíleipts í for. A ship travels from the east, Austan. Muspel's sons, Muspel's líðir, or just Muspel's people, giants at any rate, will come, munu koma, over the sea, log. And Loki steers Naglfar, the ship, and Loki styrir. Fífl's megir, monster sons, fara, go. All of them, Allir, so all the monster sons go med frekka, with wolf, and with them Thame is the brother, bróðir of Bíleiptr, that means Loki, so the brother Bíleiptr is Loki, so Loki is with them in that journey, E4 in journey. Stanza 50. What med åsum, what med olvum, gnur allar jotunheimur, æsiru og þingi. Stunja dvergar, för steindurum, vegbergs visir, vitu therein, eða what. What is with gods? Awesome is dative plural to Asir, the major family of gods. What is with elves? All Jotunheimur groans gnur. The Asir gods are at a meeting, eru all thingi. The dwarves groan, there's a lot of groaning going on here. Dvergar stunja before their stone doors, für steindurum. Wise of wall mountain, visir vegbergs. This probably implies something about the dwarves being particularly wise in matters of stone. Wise goes with dwarves because it's visir, masculine nominative plural, as is dvergar. Do you know yet, or what? Vitu therein, Edahuat. 51. Sortur fer sunnan med svega lävi, skin av sverdi sol valtiva, grjótbjörg gnata en gífurrata, tróða hallir helveg en himin klofnar. Surtur, of course, this is an evil being, Jotun, one of the earliest living beings in creation according to Snorri's Prose Edda, associated with fire. He comes from the south, Fersunan, with a twig's bane, misfika labi. Sviki is twig, la is breaker or bane, so of course what is a twig's bane? Fire. So he comes from the south with fire. It shines from the sword, Skeen av Sverdi, the son of the slaughter gods, Volativa. So the sun shines from the sword, off of the sword. Grjótbjörg, rocks, Gnata, crash, and giant women, Givur, roam, Rata, or fall. Fall is probably more likely here. Men, Hallir, tread, walk the hell road, Helveg, and heaven is split, and Himin Klovnar. Stanza 52. Þó kumur hlínar harmur annar fram, Óðinn fer við úlvega, en banni belja bjartur at surti, þó mun frigjar falla angantur. Then comes Friggs. Hlín is an alternative name of Frigg, so Hlínar being the genitive singular, this means of Frigg. Harm second forward, so then Frigg's second sorrow comes to be. When Odin goes, Odin fer, to fight against the wolf, vega vid ulv. And the killer of Beli, Bani Belia, that means Freyr, since Freyr killed the giant Beli, bright at sword. So the bright killer of Beli, bright Freyr, comes against Surtur at Surti. Then will Frigg's Angantyr fall. Now, Angantyr is a name. This is actually several characters' names, in, for instance, the Saga of Hervor and Heidrek. It literally is joy god, so her beloved god. Of course, meaning Odin, her husband. 53. Þó kumur in mikli Mogur Sigfóður, Vidar vega at Valduri, Lætur hann megi hveðrungs mundum standa hjör til hjarta, þó hefind fóður. Then comes the great son of Victory Father, so then comes Odin, Victory Father's great son, Vidar, to fight at the slaughter animal, at Valduri. He lets Han Lætur, he lets the sword, Hjor, accusative singular, stand, standa, in the mouth, mund, of the son of Loki, Megi Hweðrungs. Hweðrungur being another name of Loki. So he lets his sword stand into the mouth of Fenrir, son of Loki. And of course, Megi Hweðrungs is dative because with body parts you use the dative to show possessive rather than the accusative. All the way to the heart, so to heart, til hjarta. Then is avenged his father. Þó heaven father, then is avenged father. Notice father is genitive singular of father because you avenge something in the genitive. 54, this is Thor's final battle. Since it's one of the 9th stanzas, I'll make sure to go through it word by word. Þó kumur in meri mogur hlóðinjar, gengur Óðins sonur við úlvega. Drepur hann af móði miðgars vegur, munu hallir allir heimstóð ryðja, gengur fett níu fjörgunjar búr, neppur frá naðri nýts ókvíðnum. Word by word in English, that would be, then comes the famous son of Hlóðin. Hlóðin is the earth, so of course this means Thor. He goes, gengur, Odin's son, Odin's sonur, against wolf to fight with Ulvega. Kills he of rage, drepper han of Modi, Midgard's veir, Midgard's protector, again, Thor, will men all world place, home place, rid. Goes steps 9, Fjorgen's son, Fjorgen being another name for the earth. Short of life, Nepper, from snake, fro nadri. Unanxious of hateful deed, okvidnum needs, that's the snake that's unanxious about its hateful deed. So in more idiomatic English, then the famous son of the earth comes, Thor. Odin's son, Thor, goes to fight the wolf, Gengur, Vega vid Ulv. He kills in his anger, Andrepar af Modi. He is Midgard's veir, Midgard's protector. All men will leave the earth, the world, the home place, Ridja Heimstöð. Earth's son, Fjorkin Jarpur, walks 9 steps, Gengur Niu Fet, short of life, Nepper, from that snake, which is unanxious about its hateful deed, Okvinnum Neaths. Stanza 55. Sol ter sortna, sigur foldi mar, huerva af himni heiðar stjórnur, geisar eimi við aldernara, leker hor hitti við himin sjálfan. The sun turns black. Now, ter, this is from ter or tjo. This is often just used as a filler verb in poetry, something like does in English, so we could translate this as something like the sun does turn black, ter sortna, since it doesn't say sol sortnar. It's just to fill in the meter, give you another syllable there. So the sun does turn black. Sinks earth into the sea, Sigrfoldi mar, the earth sinks into the sea. The bright stars, Heiðar Stjörnur, disappear from heaven, Huerva of Himni. Fire, Amy, rages, Geisar, against the life nourisher, Vid Aldernara. Now, what exactly the life nourisher Aldernari is, people have debated, but it is most likely to mean Yggdrasil, the world tree. High heat, Hor Hiti, plays against heaven itself, against the very sky. So fires even reach to the sky itself. 56 just repeats 43 again, so I won't do the translation all over again, but I will read it to keep with the spirit of the thing. Goir nu garmer mjok fyrgenipa helli, festormun slitna en freki renna, fjold vet hon fröda, fram seek lengra, Ragnarok, rom sigtiba. 57. Ser hon uppkomma, Årusinni, jord or ägi, idja gröna. Falla forsar, flyger orn över, så av fjalli, fiska veidir. She sees come up, hon ser komma upp, a second time, Årusinni, earth out of the sea, jord or ägi, evergreen, idja gröna, the earth being evergreen. Waterfalls fall, forsar falla. An eagle flies over, orn flyger över. That one, the eagle, saw, which on the mountain, fjalli, hunts fish, veidir, fiska. In Old Norse, you veiða, you hunt fish, just as you would hunt deer or something. 58. Finnask äsir och idavelli, och moldþínur mot kan döma, och minask þar och megin doma, och fimbultys fornar runar. The Æsir meet Finnas, they find each other on Idavollur. This is also a place mentioned at the beginning of Våluspá. And about the earth bowstring mighty, about the mighty earth bowstring, Motgan Moltiner, that is the Midgard serpent, Jormungandr, because that is the thing that is like a bowstring that surrounds the earth. Judge, so they judge Jormungandr. And they remember there, Minaskthar, about the great judgments or great events, Megan Doma, and also about the old runes or old secrets of Fimbultur, and that of course is Odin. So they remember and judge Jormungandr, these great events that have just passed, and also Odin's own mysteries and or runes. 59. Þar munu eftir undursamlegar gulnar tóflur í grassi finnask, þers í ordaga óttar hófðu. There will afterwards the wonderful golden game pieces, tovlur, plural of tavla, be found in the grass, finask I grassi. Those, the game pieces, which in the early days I ordaga they had owned, hovdu, ohtar. And of course, these are the same golden game pieces also mentioned at the Cretians. There's a little bit of a complete cycle that happens here. 60. Munu ósonir akrar vaksa, bolsmun alspatna, baldur mun koma, búa þeir hóður og baldur, hroppsík tóftir, vel valtíbar, vittu þeir enn eða what? Unsown fields will grow, ósonir akrar munu vaksa. Every bad thing, every curse, alsbols, will get better. So batna, which means to get better, especially speaking of a disease or an illness, has a genitive object. That's why bols als is genitive rather than nominative. Because when you pacify something, you still use the same case that's used for its object when it's an active. Baldur will come. Baldur will come back from hell. They, including Holder and Baldur, Their, Holder, og Baldur, live, dwell, Hrofts, that is another name for Odin's victory field, Sigtoftir. So Holder and Baldur, among others, are going to dwell in Valhall, right, after Ragnarok. Well, those victory gods, Valtívar, or slaughter gods, Valtívar. Do you know yet, or what? 61. Þó knó hunir hlátt við kjósa og búrir byggja brúðra tveggja vind heim víðan. Vittu þeir enn eða what? Then Hunir chooses kjósa, the lot wood, the fate wood, so something associated with fate, some kind of token, perhaps, like might be used in divination. Now, knó is another one of those filler words like ter, that doesn't necessarily actually add semantic content. You just say something like, then does Hunir choose the fate wood. And the sons, Búrir, of the two brothers, Brúðra tveggja, maybe sons of Baldur and Holder, will dwell in wide wind home, that is in heaven, Vindheim Vidan. Do you know yet, or what? 62. Sal ser hon standa solu fegra gulli þaktan og gimle. Þar skulu dugvar dróttir byggja og aldardaga undis njóta. She sees a hall stand fairer than the sun, fegra solu, thatched, roofed with gold, thaktan gulli, on gimle, which can literally be read as fire shelter, but some kind of hall that will be inhabited after Ragnarok. There, faithful men, dygvar dróttir, faithful troops, shall dwell, skulu byggja, and throughout life days, og aldardaga, enjoy pleasure, njóta undvis. I would point out that they will enjoy pleasure throughout their life days implies that there is still death after Ragnarok as well. And, of course, in the final haunting stanza of Våluspá, we have the ultimate indication that not all will be well, that this is not a paradise, this is just a renewal of the constant conflict between good and evil, even after Ragnarok has killed off all of the old gods and giants. Þar kumur in dimi drekki fljúgandi, naðar frá neðan frá nýðafjólum. Ber ser í fjóðrum flygur vol yfir, nýðhókur nói, nú mun hon sökkvask. So since this is one of the 9 stanzas, this poem is composed in multiple of 9, I'll read this word by word, in addition to giving you a more fluid translation. There comes the dim, dark dragon flying, serpent glistening, nader fron, down from Nidafjolum, dark mountains. Bears in its own sere in feathers. Sere is dative because, of course, the feathers are a body part of this flying serpent, so sere indicates that it's its own feathers, so it bears in its feathers, I fjodrum ser. Flies over the valley, flyger iver vol, nidhoger, and then we have what it bears in its feathers, which is noi, again, accusative plural of nor, corpses. Now will she sink. So there comes the dark dragon flying, the glistening serpent down from Nidafjord, the dark mountains. It bears corpses in its wings. Nidhoger bears corpses in its wings and its feathers. It flies over the valley. Now she, that is the Volva who has been speaking this poem, will sink. And with that, I conclude my read-through of Våluspá in Old Norse with notes. I hope it has been useful for you. I hope that you'll consider checking out my own more polished translation of Våluspá in my translation of the Poetic Edda, available since 2015, and I hope you'll consider checking out my Patreon page. And I hope if you're in Colorado, you'll consider checking out the Morrison Natural History Museum in Morrison, Colorado. For now, from beautiful Colorado, I'm wishing you all the best.